Hey guys, Psych Gaming here, and welcome back to World of Tanks. Today's video we're going to be taking a little look at the VK3601H, but before we do that, as you can see up here, it's the 15th anniversary of Wargaming. So, amongst a load of other benefits, such as the gorgeous garage we've got going on here, we got the first premium tank that I've ever got for free. I don't know if it's the first tank in the history of World of Tanks. However, we got this premium tank for free, the LTP Tier 3 Soviet light tank. And I will be coming out with a review of this because it's kind of an opportunity to make a review of a tank which everybody has. So that will be coming soon. However, let's get on to the tank you actually came here for. Now this tank is the VK3601H and it's a Tier 6 German medium tank, as you can see in the tech tree here. It leads to the Tiger and it comes from the Panzer IV or the VK3001H, which is a side grade, and you see this quite a lot in the Germans. You've got one here, one here, one here. The Germans seem to do this quite a lot. I don't know if any other tech lines do this, but the Germans definitely have a little thing going on for that. I actually really enjoy this tank. Surprisingly enough, I thought this was just going to be, I really enjoyed the Tiger, because at the time when I actually got this tank I didn't realise how the Tiger actually played. However, I just thought, this tank will just be like the last one, the Panzer IV, just be one of those tanks where I'll just get rid of it at the end. I won't particularly enjoy it that much, however, it won't be that bad. This tank is brilliant. I really do enjoy this tank. It's definitely a keeper, as you can see by my crew skills. I've played this tank a lot. I really do enjoy this tank. However, I don't have it fully upgraded. I could get the final gun, but I think I'm just gonna get the Tiger first, just because I need a new tank. So I'll be reviewing this gun rather than the gun that I've got now. However, I don't have it yet, so the gameplay won't be of that gun. So anyway, let's get on to the stats. So the VK has 850 hit points, which is pretty good for a medium tank at this tier. I mean, as you can see by the size of it, well, you may not be able to see by the size of it just because it's hard to tell in the garage, but it's more comparable to a heavy tank size. It's pretty big. In fact, a lot of its traits are comparable to a heavy tank. As you can see by its weight, it's 41 tons with 750 horsepower pulling it. So it's kind of, you can kind of treat this as sort of like a light heavy tank, like a quick heavy tank. It doesn't really play the role of a medium tank. It kind of plays something in between a medium and a heavy. As you can see by its speed limit, it's only 40. However, you can reach that. It's not impossible to reach that. However, you generally have to be going downhill or going on a flat surface for a really long time. Its traverse speed is only 27, which is kind of bad. Let's just put it that way. It's not really suited to brawling just because you can't get round the sides. However, one thing that's good about the tank is its hull armor and its turret armor, which kind of counteract the fact that its tracks aren't very good, because if you point your front at a tank, they're going to have a tough time penetrating. And even though the stats don't really show that, I mean, 100mm on the front of the turret and 100mm on the front of the hull. Now, that might not sound too good. However, on the hull you've got this huge slant back here, which, if anything hits that, it's just going to bounce straight off, because the armor is going to be it's going to be so much thicker, or the potential thickness of the armor is going to be thicker. And then, have you seen how big the gun mantle is? It covers pretty much the whole of the turret, and this 100mm of armor that it's actually saying on the stats is probably only this bit here and this bit here, and then this bit around the bottom here. As always, the gun mantle is always a little bit bigger, always a little bit thicker, and seeing as though it covers the whole front and it's slanted, it's probably really thick. I don't know that for certain though. I'm just kind of taking a guess. However, you've got this weak point on the front here with the gun port, and you've got this viewport here, and then obviously you've got this gaping lower glacis plate, which all German tanks pretty much have. Then on the sides you've got 60 and 80, and then 60 and 80, and they're not really well slanted at all, so you kind of want to be wary of sticking your sides or rear out anywhere, as with any tank, to be honest. So now we'll get on to the gun. I will be comparing my gun to the Top Gun. This is obviously being the Top Gun here. So anyway, the best gun is 88mm, which is pretty good. And then it fires at 8.1 rounds per minute, which is on the slow side. However, its damage kind of makes up for that. 220 damage is pretty good. That's not a really slow rate of fire, and that's not a really good damage. But they're both pretty good. I mean, the damage is pretty good. And then the penetration is a little lacking if you compare it to my gun here. It's a little bit less. However, as I was saying before, you can penetrate this armor on the front pretty much very easily. And obviously if you aim for weak spots and stuff, you will be able to penetrate most tanks. So that's not that bad. As far as accuracy and aim time is concerned, they're both pretty standard. It's a little bit less accurate than my gun. However, it's a longer gun, I think. That's the gun. And then you've got the turret traverse speed, which is also a little bit lacking. To really hit a fast-moving target, you're going to have to turn your tank and your turret at the same time, which is a little bit of a bummer, but still. Its view range is pretty good. That's not too bad. And then the signal range is pretty good with its tier 9 radio. However, you've got 415 meters for the middle radio, and the worst radio is 310 meters. Sorry if my voice sounds really croaky today. I don't know why. My voice is just kind of breaking at the moment. Anyway, equipment. So I decided to pick the improved ventilation class 2, and then just because it improves most things, pretty much everything that your crew determines, it does a 5% better, which is always good. And then I've got the medium caliber tank gun rammer just because if you can fire faster, you're always going to be doing a little bit more damage, and especially in the case of the 88mm gun, it's going to help a lot more. And then lastly, I just threw on a camouflage net. However, I would probably recommend the aiming time, the enhanced gun laying drive, just because, especially with the 88mm gun as well, because it's not as accurate as the as the 75mm gun, you're going to want it to aim a little bit faster, sort of thing. That's kind of it for the garage. I suppose I'll just jump into a game now. I'll show you what gameplay is actually like, because that's probably what you came here for, unless you're coming here for the stats like a little nerd. Yeah, that's what I usually watch these videos for, to be honest. Anyway, I'm just going to jump into a game. I'll be back in a minute. See you later. So I've just jumped into a game in my VK, and it turns out I'm in a tier 6 game, which is brilliant. There are also tier 4s on this game, so it means that I've got some work to be done. What I am going to try and do is I'm going to go towards the town. I am one of the more heavier tanks. However, if a lot of people do go towards the town, I will consider going out into the field. I'm not quite sure. I'll probably go towards down here. That way that I can cover the field and I can go into the town if necessary. So I'll probably have to turn left here. So I've obviously got camos on this tank. You may have noticed that from previous videos and from the garage. It's just because I'm probably going to keep this vehicle. I do enjoy it. I'm getting particularly close to getting the first perks on it, so that will be fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head towards that area over there, try and hold down that area. If I've got this SU-100Y coming with me, that's obviously going to be a good thing. However, you may go down that street there. Thought so. Right, so you kind of just want to play this like a fast medium, fast heavy. As you can see, it's not that sluggish, but it's not that pacey either. I mean, there's me at 30, just trickling up to 40 there. And I can't go any faster than 40. I probably shouldn't push any further than this, but yeah. He missed. I'm just going to back round the corner while my gun reloads, and then pop out, shoot him in the rear. Right, now I should be... There's my truck, I'll just repair that. And now I'm taking shots from over there, and someone's ringing the phone. Pardon that. Yeah, this isn't going well. However, that guy is going to die very soon. As you can see, I'm bouncing shots left, right and centre. So I'm just going to back up real quick. See, this is what I'm talking about. The shots are just bouncing off the front of the armour, because the armour is pretty good on this thing. Now, I do need to be careful. We are losing 2-4. Now, there's not very many tanks in the field at all at the moment. Now that M4's around the corner, I'm just going to zoom out that. Now I don't know which way this SU-100's facing, so I'll just zoom out a little bit. Now he is facing that way. Oh, was that a Hetzer? Hetzer's going to hit. Right, he's in cover now. I need to watch out for that M6. Sweet Jesus. Missed. Now, I'm going to use this cover. Put a few shots into him. Oh, I can't see through the fire. Missed. See, now even this heavy tank doesn't have as much health as me. And that's him dead. Thank you, SE-100. Why? Now my engine and my tracks are damaged, and I've already used my repair kit, so this isn't good. And we are beginning to lose, which is never a good thing. Now I'm kind of considering making these videos a little longer, just to maybe make sure the 2 games are in. I mean, last video we kind of it kind of just evaporated. Like the first game went like 3 minutes, and then the second game wasn't that long either. So I may try and get 2 good games, so this is obviously going to be one of them. Bounced. And seriously, there's someone back at the base. Let me defend the base. Now I'm even less manoeuvrable now because my engine and tracks are hurt. And by the tanks that are the Hellcat may move back. I don't know. Yeah, the Hellcat's retreating. We should just be able to hold this position from now on. I'm going to try and stick with this SE-100Y. There's that KV-1S. I need to be extremely careful because I'm pretty sure his gun can one-shot me if he's got the good gun on the KV-1S. Now he has disappeared, which is never a good thing. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. There we are. But I think we're going to end up losing this one because I can't get back to base. Wow, I'm on 1 health. Missed that one. How did I survive that? Seriously? Wow. Right, so let's just have a look at the stats for that game. 700 XP on a losing game. I got steel wall because... Did you see how many shots I was bouncing? I got quite a few... what do you call it? Spots there. And then tracks and ammo rack on that M6, which is pretty good. That's obviously why he wasn't doing too much damage to me. Yeah, I see quite a lot of damage done. Let's see how much damage I actually did. 1,200 damage. Pretty good with this gun. So I'll probably just jump into another game and see how that one goes. Right, so I've just jumped into a game with my VK again. This is the second one, and I'm in a tier 8 game. Now, this is the worst matchmaking you're ever going to find in this tank. However, I do feel as though this tank it can hold up against tier 8s, but seeing as though, for example, the Lerva has 1,650 health, this thing does 135 damage. That's like 14, 15 hits. Not happening. Wow, I mean, let's just put it this way, that T-71's got as much health as me. And that's only a tier higher. Wow. Your health really does start to skyrocket at the, like, from tier 6 and upwards. It goes from, you know, like 600, 700, 800 health all the way up to, like, you know, past the 1,000 mark. Up to like 1,500, you know. And it means that when you get into this sort of game where you're against a tank two tiers higher than you, where it wouldn't particularly matter too much at the lower tiers, it really does make a difference now, because there are tanks which have nearly 1,000 more hit points than me, which is quite hard to think about. Now, far too many of us are going this way, so I'll just see if anybody decides to go further right. Wow, someone's already died. See, KV-1S just got annihilated by something, because there are, I mean, that thing doesn't have as much health as me, and it's in the tier 8 game, you know. So we've all kind of went this way, and they've flanked the other way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push forward. I'm going to light this up on the map so that people know. Wow, I think it did 600 damage. I missed. I managed to steal that kill there. Now this is probably the worst split I've ever seen. I am going to try and go further this way rather than further forward to try and balance this. Kind of need to slow down and get through here. Now, see, this is the one thing which really does matter about World of Tanks. You've got to, the team split, I've already mentioned this, the team split is very, very crucial to the outcome of the game. And that's the second kill. And so that thing can do a lot of damage. You've got to make sure that your team splits well. And at the moment it didn't split well at all, so I am going to try and fix that, but wow. Missed? How did I miss? That guy's in cover. I'm guessing that SU-152 just shot, because he just took a hell of a lot of damage, so I'm going to try and missed. Can't actually. Wow, thank God my truck just soaked that up. Now we've practically just swapped sides here. I mean, look at all the tanks at the bottom of the map over there, just over there. I mean, wow. Right, I am going to try and move backwards now. And there was me taking a slight hit, probably from a tier 6. Didn't do very much damage. Now I need to be very careful about what I'm doing here, because there are a lot of tanks. I don't want to be driving myself straight into tanks which I'm not aware of. Oh, this guy's toast.
Enemy armor is hit. They're knocked down.
That's my third kill. But I do need to make my way to the base. Try to claw this back a little bit. Reset the cap. IS-2.
Critical hit.
Hit him in the truck. And now he's turning around. I need to get into some cover. Angle my armor. How didn't he shoot? Wow, seriously? We're starting to capture the base faster? And we just capped? Wow. That was a surprise. And I got 3 kills. Jeez. Talk about... See, that's when all of your... That's the very slight occasion when your entire team can go down one route and still win. That's very rare. Usually, that would never happen. And surprisingly, it did happen there, and we won. Now, that's been the review on the VK3601H. that I will be reviewing the Lerva, which I've just bought. Yesterday it was actually. In the next couple of days, and I love this tank as well. I'd like to hope so for the amount of real money it actually cost me. So that's been the VK3601H, the Tier 6 German medium tank. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.